I was disturbed by the movie. I sat there in the movie theater with my wife over the weekend and thought, this just underscores how many lives we have ruined because of doing something that was terribly wrong.
We stood behind you, Seth, when you did your movie, and we said you had the right to you wanted to make.
Yeah.
Give them, or it's a lot that you can call people names. You can call names. But until the bombs are exploding around you and the people are dying around you, you need to be a little more sensitive, dudes. I get that you're creative types, but so are they. So back up.
What I saw on that screen was a film that tore my guts because of the way it depicted the Iraqi people.
A lot of good guys and a lot of my friends died for his right to, I guess, freedom of speech.
For somebody who has spent their entire career on freedom of speech and freedom of expression, to be criticizing an individual like Chris Kyle, who exemplifies the very best, well, it's like, that's really biting the hand that feeds you.
It was a movie about an American SEAL who risked his life overseas 4 times.
Seth Rogen, on behalf of all American veterans who fought for your freedom, you're welcome.
It's a great point. Whoopi Goldberg, great point. Welcome back. Just a small sample of the talk now surrounding the blockbuster hit movie American Sniper. And despite the film's record-breaking success, the liberal lunacy is continuing. Now Rolling Stone is waiting for more in a review titled American Sniper is almost too dumb to criticize. Now the review, here's an excerpt from Rolling Stone magazine's review of American Sniper. Iraq war into a saccharine, almost PG-rated 2-hour cinematic diversion about a killing machine with a heart of gold. Is there any film theme more perfectly 2015 America than that? Well, who slowly, very slowly, starts to feel bad enough after shooting enough women and children. Notwithstanding, this was a hard one to see coming. Joining us now, the president of Concerned Vets for America and Fox News contributor Peter Hegseth is with us. Radio talk show host Leslie Marshall. Guys, good to see you. Some people get good for Whoopi Goldberg, good for a few others, but there is a real, Peter, disdain and hatred and contempt and lack of true understanding and appreciation for our military. They don't know
that's exactly right.
They give them the right to be stupid like this.
Well, of course they do, and they have a right to say whatever they want. You know, Hollywood for a long time likes to bifurcate the equation and say we support the troop but not the war, right? Something like this, a moment like this, an article like this by Matt. It's not just about the war. It's not just about Iraq and Bush and Cheney and Rumsfeld. It's about the warrior. They think they're dumb. They think they're arrogant. They think they're bloodthirsty. They think for flyover country, overly religious, clinging to God and guns. That's the way Hollywood sees not just war, but the warrior. And it comes through in pieces like this, comments like Michael Moore, this article in Rolling Stone. They think that America's military is full of the people who couldn't get into their elite colleges and as a result had to join the military. And it's starting to come out, and America's seeing it.
Leslie, I'd be shocked if you believe this. Where does this liberal mindset comes from? That guys who put off their families and they sacrifice and they make less money than they might otherwise in the private sector, and their life is in jeopardy every day to protect even Michael Moore's freedom to be ignorant, you know, then to come back and be treated like this and be called a coward? I mean, where does this mentality come from?
Well, first of all, this isn't the liberal mentality. And
no, it's
Hollywood
a liberal mentality. Conservatives don't think like that.
Hollywood bankrolled this film and it distributed this film. I liked the film, and I think the film is about a human being who becomes a killing machine, what war does to our men and overseas.
No, it's not what,
that's
it's what his job was
story.
To protect Americans, Leslie.
Sean, yes, Sean, no question. But one of the things one of the things that our great men and women who I think are heroes, including Mr. Kyle, they are protecting the right for Michael Moore and anyone else to
take your breath
any film
away
about the military,
the level of ignorance that he
military.
has? Don't you sit back and say, you slob, you ignorant, unappreciative slob. You know, how...
I may not agree with him, but I agree that he has the right to say it. The First Amendment doesn't say you have freedom of speech and press unless it's the military.
Smart, intelligent people don't attack the very people that risk their lives for them to have the right to be stupid, Peter.
Yeah, well, exactly right. One of these days, Hollywood's going to wake up and realize that when you make films that the American people actually want to see, you make money. And so Clint Eastwood has figured that out, and folks like made movies like Lone Survivor figure that out. Listen, Michael Moore can say whatever he wants. Matt Taibbi can say whatever he wants because we live in a free country that Chris Kyle fought to defend. But you know one institution Michael Moore couldn't get into? The American military, because he couldn't meet the height and weight standards if he tried. That's one place he couldn't go in any way. I mean, he doesn't deserve to carry the boots of any one of these soldiers, and America knows it, and that's why there's outrage. That's why no one watches Michael Moore movies, and people watch a movie like American Sniper.
All right, so you got Michael Moore, you got Seth Rogen, now we've got Rolling Stone magazine. Is this the same magazine that glorified the Boston bomber when they put this guy on the cover? You know, and then in fairness, then you've got other celebrities that do appreciate the military. Here's what Kid Rock had to say. And by the way, he says, "Oh, I hope you catch a fist to the face, both of you." You know, I understand why he feels that way. And then he went on to say, "Thank you for your service. Thank you guys for your service." Isn't that more the attitude that Americans should have towards the military, Leslie? Thank you. Thank you for what you do for us.
I agree. I agree. Being the daughter of a veteran and many of my family who are veterans, I agree. But the wonderful thing that we have country, Sean, is the freedom to feel differently. And it's not just war, because when you mention Lone Survivor, when you mention, what is it, Zero Dark 30, those films were not criticized. I think part of the thing here is that the opening scene is jarring for many, myself as a mother, definitely. And in addition to that, it's this
the
war.
Opening scene,
it's Iraq. It's Iraq that was the invasion of a sovereign nation that many Americans, liberals
see, there you go.
Did
there
not
you go.
agree with.
It is about politics. It's a liberal, progressive perspective.
No, it isn't. I don't think the movie is.
It's about Hollywood. It's about Iraq. It's about George Bush. It's about oil. It's about Dick Cheney.
No,
that's
hang
what you're talking about. That's the argument that you're making. It's a human interest story about
guys,
one
nobody can hear you when you're talking over each other. Let me show the opening scene, because the opening scene is Chris Kyle looking down the scope of his gun, and there is a house. What you don't hear here, it's your call, he's told. So the woman comes out and she hands something to the kid. And I'm not going to give it away for those people that didn't see the movie. You'll see in just a second. He's got to decide whether or not the kid is going to take what this woman hands him and go and kill down the block a bunch of Americans. Now, if he makes the wrong decision, American soldiers are dead. If he makes the right decision, he saves their life. Now, right there, you can see the woman and the kid come out, and if you watch, she's going to hand him something.
Got a woman and a kid 200 yards out, moving towards the convoy.
Now he's thinking about his own wife, his own kids. She will hand him something, and he's got to decide right here. Is that a weapon that's going to be used against American soldiers? Is that a grenade? You know what? Isn't it a good thing if the is used to save a life? I understand different political opinions, but that shouldn't even be a debate, Leslie.
I don't agree with you, Sean. I think when you put a movie out there, this movie, quite frankly, anything put out by Hollywood is for entertainment.
No,
and,
but this is the real life.
To say
this was a real life situation. This happened to Chris.
Yes, it is a real life situation. It's based on one man's life, but you know, it's very subjective. I happen to like the film. I happen to think that this man is a hero. Not everyone agrees, but not every liberal has panned this film because of something Michael Moore said or Seth Rogen said. Michael Moore doesn't speak for me and every liberal. Seth Rogen doesn't speak for me and every liberal, and neither does Rolling Stone.
All right, I got to go.
And Rolling Stone has had sensational stories before.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.